We will discuss ocean currents. Our learning target is I will analyze and interpret data to create graphic representations of the causes and effects of waves, currents, and tides in Earth systems. You should be using this video to complete the ocean currents doodle notes. The ocean exerts a major influence on weather and climate by absorbing energy from the sun, releasing it over time, and globally redistributing it through ocean currents. This means the ocean can store heat from the sun and release it, which affects the weather and climate across the world. Ocean currents are the flow of water within the ocean that moves in a regular pattern. There are two types of ocean currents. There are surface currents and there are deep currents, also known as density currents. Surface currents are caused mainly by wind and the Coriolis effect. Wind and water are affected by the Coriolis effect. The Coriolis effect is the shifting of global winds and surface currents caused by Earth's rotation. The wind and surface currents move in a clockwise direction in the northern hemisphere, and they move in a counterclockwise direction in the southern hemisphere. Ocean circulation is driven by the transfer of heat by the global ocean convection cycle. Convection currents is the constant rising of hot, less dense air or water and the sinking of cold, dense air or water. Ocean currents are constrained by the Coriolis effect and outlines of continents. Currents must move in a clockwise or counterclockwise path due to the Coriolis effect within the outlines of the continents. The second type of ocean current is a deep current. Deep ocean currents are also known as density currents, and they are caused mainly by differences in water density. Temperature and salinity control the density of water. Cold and salty water is more dense. Please note that water moves from areas of high density to areas of low density, causing vertical movement. This is how convection currents work. Warm water is on the surface, while cold, dense water sinks. This is an ongoing process. Upwelling helps mix the water. Wind forces some of the extremely cold water up to the surface to be warmed by the sun. In the diagram here, the wind mixes the water, causing upwelling. The constant circulation of water is known as the global ocean conveyor belt. The water is constantly moving in a regular pattern. Here's another diagram that shows the movement of warm, shallow currents and cold, dense currents. Notice the clockwise pattern in the northern hemisphere and the counterclockwise pattern in the southern hemisphere. The unequal heating and rotation of the Earth cause patterns in oceanic circulation that determines regional climates. What this means is ocean currents circumnavigate the globe, or they go all around the globe, and by doing this, they carry heat to different areas of the world.